All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Sarabjit Kaur and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Centre announces stimulus package worth over 6,28,993 crore rupees to boost economy. Focus on health and tourism sectors in fresh package. Central government plans to develop a rating system for micro, small and medium enterprises. Department of Fertilizers prepares action plan to make India Atmanirbhar in rock phosphate, the key raw material for DAP and NPK fertilizers. President Ramnath Kovind to lay foundation stone of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar Cultural Centre in Lucknow today. Parliamentary Standing Committee on Information and Technology summons Facebook and Google officials to appear before it today. 2 terrorists, including top Lashkar-e-Taiba commander, killed in an encounter in Parampora area of Srinagar city of Jammu and Kashmir. India's Rahi Sarnobat wins gold in women's 25 meters pistol event at ISSF World Cup shooting in Croatia. And Switzerland stunned world champions France 5-4 on penalties to enter quarterfinals of Euro Cup football. Spain beat Croatia 5-3 to enter the last 8. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also to help others to get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask. Maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing. Focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact National Helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news. The Union Government has announced stimulus package of 6,28,993 crore rupees to boost economy during the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced several economic relief measures amid COVID pandemic, including 8 economic relief measures, of which 4 are absolutely new and 1 is specific to health infrastructure. Addressing media in New Delhi, the Finance Minister announced 1.1 lakh crore rupee loan guarantee scheme for COVID-affected sectors. She said of them, 50,000 crore rupees will be for the health sector.
Total to 1.1 lakh crore guarantee which is being given for particularly COVID-affected sectors. And in that, health sector with a 50,000 crore cover receives attention for scaling up medical infrastructure. Here, the focus is on 8 non-metropolitan, meaning other than 8 metropolitan cities, the health and medical infrastructure in all other areas, all other towns, tier 2, tier 3 will be focused. Here, the guarantee coverage will be for projects which are totally new, up to 75% coverage, and projects which are only expansion will get 50% coverage. The loan which will be given will be to a maximum amount of 100 crores. This guarantee will last for 3 years.
The Finance Minister also announced 1.5 lakh crore rupees for Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme ECLGS, which was launched as part of Atmanirbhar Bharat package in May 2020. In another relief measure, Ms. Sitharaman announced Credit Guarantee Scheme, which is a new scheme to facilitate loans to 25 lakh people through microfinance institutions, MFI. In yet another decision related to reviving the tourism sector, Ms. Sitharaman announced financial support to more than 11,000 registered tourist guides and travel and tourism stakeholders. The Finance Minister also announced free tourist visa to 5 lakh tourists.
The first 5 lakh tourist visas will be issued totally free of charge. This will benefit for any tourist only once. The scheme will be applicable till 31st March 2022 or till the first 5 lakh of visas get covered. In other words, till 31st March 2022 or till the first 5 lakh tourist visas are issued, everyone gets free tourist visa.
The total financial implication over it will be 100 crore rupees. Ms. Sitharaman announced extension of Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana from 30th of June 2021 to 31st of March 2022. Ms. Sitharaman also informed about extension of Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana PMGKAY as announced earlier by the government. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the measures announced by the Finance Minister yesterday will enhance public health facilities, especially in the underserved areas, boost private investment in medical infrastructure and augment critical human resources. He said in this announcement, special focus is on strengthening healthcare facilities for the children. Mr. Modi added that importance has also been given to helping farmers as multiple initiatives have been announced which reduce their costs, increase their incomes and support greater resilience and sustainability of agricultural activities. The Prime Minister said several initiatives including financial assistance are being taken to help those linked with tourism. Mr. Modi also said these measures will help to stimulate economic activities, boost production and exports and generate employment.
Central government is planning to develop a system of financial ratings for upcoming micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs. Union Minister for MSMEs, Nitin Gadkari, said that this system of ratings will help banks to make better credit judgments for such borrowers. The Union Minister was speaking at the launch of the Maharashtra chapter of Indian Bank's Business Mentoring Program for MSMEs. Mr. Gadkari informed that as per the draft plan, the system of ratings for MSMEs will depend on the annual turnover, goods and services tax, GST records, income tax records, exports and the credentials of each company. Mr. Gadkari added that the Ministry of MSME is working to develop a portal as a single point platform for all the services offered by the government for small businesses. Department of Fertilizers is ready with an action plan to make India Atmanirbhar in rock phosphate, the key raw material of DAP and NPK fertilizers. Minister of State for Chemicals and Fertilizers, Mansukh Mandavia, held a meeting yesterday with officials and stakeholders of fertilizer industries to improve the availability of phosphatic fertilizers and to reduce the dependence on imports. Rock phosphate is a key raw material for DAP NPK fertilizers and India is 90% dependent on imports. Volatility in international prices affects domestic prices of fertilizers and hinders the progress and development of agriculture sector in the country. In view of this, the minister had a meeting with stakeholders to expedite the exploration and mining of available rock phosphate reserves in India. He directed to commercially exploit and ramp up the production in the existing 30 lakh MT of phosphorite deposits, which are available in Rajasthan, central part of peninsular India, Hirapur, Lalitpur, Mussoorie Syncline and Kadapa Basin.
President Ramnath Kovind will lay the foundation stone of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar Cultural Centre in Lucknow today. In the last leg of his 5-day visit to Uttar Pradesh, he reached Lucknow yesterday and met a host of dignitaries in Raj Bhavan. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana, Justice M.N. Bhandari and other dignitaries attended the high tea organized at Raj Bhavan yesterday evening. Today, after laying the foundation stone for Ambedkar Cultural Centre in the morning, the President will return to New Delhi on a special flight. More details from our Lucknow correspondent.
The proposed Ambedkar Culture Centre is being developed by Culture Ministry of State. The Cultural Centre will have a 750-seated auditorium, library, picture gallery, museum, multi-purpose hall, dormitory, cafeteria, parking and other basic facilities. The state government will spend around rupees 45 crores on this project. The Ambedkar Cultural Centre will have a grand statue of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar along with landscaping and will be spread over 3-acre government land opposite historic Ashbagh Eidgah. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Information and Technology has summoned Facebook India and Google India to appear before it today. The committee will hear the views of the companies about safeguarding the rights of the citizens and prevention of misuse of social or online news media platforms, including special emphasis on women's security in the digital space. This comes days after representatives of Twitter appeared before the panel to discuss India's new IT rules and how to stop the misuse of the platform.
Former Home Minister of Maharashtra Anil Deshmukh, facing the probe regarding asking police officials to collect 100 crores of ransom from pubs and bar owners in Mumbai, has been summoned by Enforcement Directorate again. He has been asked to appear before the ED at 11 a.m. today. He had been summoned on Saturday, but Deshmukh had requested to give some more time. Former Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh had alleged that Deshmukh asked police officers to collect 100 crore rupees ransom from pubs and bar owners in Mumbai. Parambir Singh approached Mumbai High Court and it has directed ED to start a probe against Deshmukh. In Jammu and Kashmir, 2 terrorists, including a top commander of Lashkar-e-Taiba, LET, Abrar, were killed in an encounter with security forces at Malhora in Parimpora area of Srinagar city last night. The encounter had started yesterday afternoon. Police said incriminating materials along with arms and ammunition have also been recovered from the site of encounter. Search operation in the area was underway when last reports came in. You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Centre announces stimulus package worth over 6,28,993 crore rupees to boost economy. Focus on health and tourism sectors in fresh package. Central government plans to develop a rating system for micro, small and medium enterprises. Department of Fertilizers prepares action plan to make India Atmanirbhar in rock phosphate, the key raw material for DAP and NPK fertilizers. President Ramnath Kovind to lay foundation stone of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar Cultural Centre in Lucknow today. Parliamentary Standing Committee on Information and Technology summons Facebook and Google officials to appear before it today. 2 terrorists, including top Lashkar-e-Taiba commander, killed in an encounter in Parimpora area of Srinagar city in Jammu and Kashmir. India's Rahi Sarnobat wins gold in women's 25 meters pistol event at ISSF World Cup shooting in Croatia. And Switzerland stunned world champions France 5-4 on penalties to enter quarterfinals of Euro Cup football. Spain beat Croatia 5-3 to enter the last 8. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
The Centre is disseminating awareness of national helpline numbers for the benefit of citizens during the COVID-19 pandemic. The helpline number of the Health and Family Welfare Ministry is 1075. The Child Helpline number is 1098. For senior citizens of Delhi, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, the helpline number is 14567. The helpline number of the National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, NIMHANS, for psychological support is 080 4611 0007. The Ayush COVID-19 Counselling helpline number is 14443 and MyGov WhatsApp help desk number is 9013151515.
India's cumulative COVID vaccination coverage has exceeded 32.85 crore mark yesterday. As the new phase of universalization of COVID-19 vaccination commenced from 21st of June, more than 48,01,000 vaccine doses were administered yesterday. The national COVID recovery rate has further increased to 96.8%. Total recoveries across the country so far are over 2 crore 93 lakhs. Over 58,000 patients recovered during the last 24 hours. Daily recoveries continue to outnumber the daily new cases for the 46th consecutive day. Daily positivity rate is at 2.94% and it is less than 5% for 21 consecutive days. 979 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours.
In Gujarat, the daily count of COVID cases slid below 100 after a long period. The state reported 96 cases in the last 24 hours. State Health Department said death toll rose by 3 to 10,054. As many as 315 patients recovered from the virus yesterday. On the other hand, vaccination against COVID-19 drive is going on in full swing in the state. Nearly 2.49 lakh doses were administered across the state yesterday. The latest Sero survey in Mumbai conducted by Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation BMC has revealed that more than 51% of children between the ages of 6 and 18 have developed antibodies against COVID-19. This Sero survey was conducted between April 1 and June 15, when the second wave of coronavirus was at its peak in Maharashtra and India. We have more from our correspondent.
Nair Hospital and Kasturba Lab jointly collected a total of 2,176 blood samples from 24 wards of Mumbai. The key findings of this study suggest that more than 51% of pediatric population in a healthcare setting have already been exposed to COVID-19. According to BMC's Additional Municipal Commissioner Suresh Kakani, there is notable increase in seropositivity in pediatric population to COVID-19 in this study. Sero survey conducted in March 2021 shows a seropositivity of 39.4% in the age group of 18 years. He informed that taking age into consideration, the seropositivity rate of children in the age group of 1 to 4 years is 51.04%. Jeevan Bhavsar, AIR News, Mumbai.
Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister D.V. Sadananda has assured vaccine for all by December. Speaking to media persons in Bengaluru, the Union Minister informed that the central government is purchasing 75% of the vaccine produced in the country and supplying it free across the country. More details from our correspondent.
Union Minister Sadananda Gowda has said that Covaxin production will increase from the present 1.7 crore doses per month to 7.5 crore doses per month in July. Serum Institute of India will increase production of Covishield to 11 crore doses per month by September. Russian Sputnik vaccine import has started. 5 Indian labs will start producing Russian vaccine in India under agreement. Hyderabad-based Biological E company has agreed to supply 30 crore vaccine doses by December. Hence, there will be no dearth of vaccine and everyone above the age of 18 will get vaccine by December. The minister informed that trials on the use of vaccine for children are on its final stage. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
In Telangana, online classes will be held for Class 1 to postgraduate level students from 1st of July and no physical classes will be held. The state government has issued orders to this effect. The decision was taken considering the COVID-19 situation and fears that grip lakhs of students and their parents. Education Minister Sabita Indra Reddy said officials have been instructed to hold online classes so that the students do not lose an academic year. We have more from our Hyderabad correspondent.
After a high-level review meeting held yesterday, Education Minister Sabita Indra Reddy said online and digital classes will be telecast through Doordarshan and TSAT network channels for schools and intermediate students. Orders were also issued to all district collectors to make arrangements for utilization of television in Gram Panchayat offices and libraries for students who do not have TV sets at their home. The students who miss digital classes on Doordarshan and TSAT network channels, the same will be made available on TSAT app and Doordarshan YouTube channel. Officials informed that the online classes will benefit about 27 lakh students in government schools across the state. Lakshmi, AIR News, Hyderabad.
Andhra Pradesh government has relaxed curfew timings by 3 more hours till 9 p.m. daily in 8 of the 13 districts in the state from July 1 to 7. The decision was taken at a review meeting by Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy yesterday over the COVID prevention measures and vaccination drive in the state.
In Chhattisgarh, the situation of COVID infection has improved a lot. The average test positivity rate in the state has come down to around 1%, while the recovery rate has increased to 98%. In view of the improvement in the situation of corona infection, various district administrations had lifted restrictions and permission has been given to restore more commercial activities. A report from our Raipur correspondent.
In Raipur district of Chhattisgarh, now permission has been granted to open public places like cinema hall, theatre, swimming pool and water park. Cinema halls and theatres will be allowed to accommodate only 50% of their total capacity. The district administration has also given permission to reopen places of worship, but with strict compliance of the COVID protocol. However, schools and colleges will remain closed, while in the hostels, only the students appearing for the examinations will be allowed to stay. Meanwhile, a complete ban on all types of gatherings, dharnas, sports, cultural and religious events will continue. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
Dr. Balbir Singh of the Max Hospital, Saket, Delhi has said that there is need for constant COVID-appropriate behavior as well as vaccination to deal with any variant of coronavirus, be it Delta Plus. He said this while participating in the Corona Jagrukta program of All India Radio last night.
मैं मानता हूं कि डेल्टा प्लस वेरिएंट है, लेकिन ये वेरिएंट्स तो ये आरएनए वायरस है, ये आएंगे ही आएंगे और कुछ वेरिएंट्स ऐसे भी आएंगे जो ट्रांसमिसिबल कम होंगे, जो इनऑकस होंगे, कॉमन कोल्ड की तरह होंगे। इससे डरना नहीं है कि वेरिएंट आ गया, डेल्टा प्लस आ गया, हम बिल्कुल सब खत्म हो जाए, कुछ नहीं होने वाला। थर्ड वेव हो सकता है बिल्कुल माइल्ड आए, हमें प्रिकॉशंस लेने ही लेने, हमें वैक्सीन लेना ही लेना।
Scientists of Bihar Agriculture University, Bhagalpur, has developed a unique variety of guava, black guava. It is rich in antioxidants, minerals and vitamins. Dr. M. Faiza Ahmed, Associate Director of University, said it has been developed with more than 3 years of scientific research and is likely to be launched for commercial farming soon, following some improvement in its size, fragrance and longer shelf life. Scientists are trying to further improve the quality of this guava that has manifold nutritional benefits and lots of potential for commercial production and exports. The exclusive variety of black guava will be fully ripe by August end or September. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will attend the G20 ministerial meetings in Italy today. These related to ministerial meetings at the foreign ministerial level as well as development ministerial level. Yesterday, Dr. Jaishankar met Foreign Minister of Indonesia, Retno Marsudi. Both ministers discussed COVID cooperation and exchanged views on the situation in Myanmar. The External Affairs Minister also had a conversation with European Union Commissioner for International Partnership, Jutta Urpilainen. Both discussed the COVID challenge, the connectivity partnership and development cooperation. With 25 days to go for Tokyo Olympic Games, AIR today is featuring Seema Bisla, the World Olympic qualifier gold medalist and one of the contenders for a medal in the women's 50 kg freestyle at the Tokyo 2020.
Born on April 14, 1992 in Rohtak district of Haryana, Seema took up the sport at a very young age. Seema, who is the youngest of 4 sisters in the family, hogged the limelight when she won her first senior national title in the 53 kg category in the year 2017. Seema won the bronze medal at the 2009 Asian Cadet Championships in Pune. She competed and won the 67 kg Junior Nationals 2012 as she went on to pick up successive bronze medals at the 2012 and 2013 Asian Junior Championships. But her journey in the senior division was one filled with more down than ups. In her maiden World Wrestling Championship in 2018 appearance, she was knocked out in the very first round. The story was the same at the World Championship the following year too. The Asian Olympic qualifications was yet another shock as she failed to grab her maiden Olympic berth. But that was the end of the streak as she went on to win her first international medal, a bronze at the 2021 Asian Championship. The 29-year-old who trains at a training center at Jharsa in Gurugram district, Seema followed it up with a gold medal at the World Olympic qualification as she booked her place at the Tokyo Olympics. She is the 4th Indian to qualify for the Games. Sports Desk, AIR News.
In ISSF World Cup shooting, India's Rahi Sarnobat won gold in women's 25 meters pistol event in Osijek, Croatia. The 30-year-old Rahi shot 39 out of 50 in the 25 meters pistol final to win the first gold for India in the ongoing World Cup. Manu Bhakar, the other Indian in fray, finished 7th in the 8-competitor final. Mathilde Lamol of France shot 31 in the final to win silver, while Russia's Vitalina Batsashkin took home bronze with a total of 28. Switzerland stunned world champions France 5-4 on penalties to enter quarter-finals of the Euro Cup football. Switzerland's Jan Sommer saved France striker Kylian Mbappe spot kick to secure a 5-4 penalty shootout win following a thrilling 3-3 draw after extra time. In the quarter-finals, Switzerland will meet Spain. Switzerland converted all 5 of their penalties before Jan Sommer dived to his right to turn away Mbappe's kick as the Swiss won a major tournament knockout tie for the first time in 83 years. In another match, Spain claimed a remarkable 5-3 victory over Croatia after extra time and made it to the quarter-finals. Spain also set a new Euro record as they became the first team to score 5 goals in successive matches in the competition. Spain and Croatia put on a show in an 8-goal thriller at the Parken Stadium in Copenhagen, which has hosted some dramatic matches at Euro 2020. The 8 goals scored in the round of 16 match is also the second highest in the history of Euro. The 3-time European champions will now face either France or Switzerland on July 2nd in St. Petersburg. And now let us take a look at the weather forecast for the day. The national capital Delhi may witness strong surface winds during the daytime. The minimum temperature was 27 degrees and the maximum may go up to 41 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. The minimum temperature was 27 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 32 degrees. Chennai, the temperatures will vary between 24 and 33 degrees Celsius. Kolkata, the minimum temperature was 29 degrees and the maximum will go up to 35 degrees. Jammu will have mainly clear sky. The minimum temperature was 27 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 41 degrees. Srinagar, the temperatures will hover between 15 and 32 degrees Celsius. Leh will have mainly clear sky. The minimum and maximum temperature will be between 9 and 26 degrees Celsius. Gilgit, the temperatures will hover between 16 and 32 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad, the minimum temperature was 20 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 40 degrees. Patna will have partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature was 26 degrees Celsius. The maximum will be around 35 degrees. Itanagar, the minimum temperature was 21 degrees Celsius. Maximum will be around 28 degrees. Kohima, the minimum temperature was 17 degrees Celsius. Maximum will be around 26. Imphal, the minimum temperature was 21 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 29 degrees.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Almost all newspapers today have given prominent coverage to the announcement of 8 new schemes by the Finance Minister. The Business Standard leads with government unveils Rs 6.3 trillion package to spur growth. Armed forces ready to meet any challenge, says Rajnath. This headline in the Statesman is accompanied with a photograph of the Defence Minister interacting with soldiers during his recent visit to Ladakh. With the government finally concluding that Twitter in India is no longer an intermediary, Indian Express writes, government decides Twitter no longer enjoys safe harbour protection, while the Times of India writes, Twitter shows J&K as separate country, India head booked. Giving a further boost to the right of education for every child in the national capital, the Pioneer quoting the Deputy Chief Minister headlines, Delhi schools can't deny admission if child gives name of just one parent. And finally, under the watchful eyes of officials of Kerala's Periyar Tiger Reserve, rescued 9-month-old tiger cub learns to hunt one paw at a time, writes the Indian Express.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Centre announces stimulus package worth over 6,28,993 crore rupees to boost economy. Focus on health and tourism sectors in fresh package. Central government plans to develop a rating system for micro, small and medium enterprises. Department of Fertilizers prepares action plan to make India Atmanirbhar in rock phosphate, the key raw material for DAP and NPK fertilizers. President Ramnath Kovind to lay foundation stone of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar Cultural Centre in Lucknow today. Parliamentary Standing Committee on Information and Technology summons Facebook and Google officials to appear before it today. 2 terrorists, including top Lashkar-e-Taiba commander, killed in an encounter in Parampora area of Srinagar city in Jammu and Kashmir. India's Rahi Sarnobat wins gold in women's 25 meters pistol event at ISSF World Cup shooting in Croatia, and Switzerland stun world champions France 5-4 on penalties to enter quarterfinals of Euro Cup football. Spain beat Croatia 5-3 to enter the last 8. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.